to the end of February. Woo! I'm so happy we made it through this month, guys. It was a tough one, but we are here now and we're killing it. We got some overspending. We have $4.19 of income for the end of this month. That came in the form of a reimbursement check from my old electric company. So basically what that means is we're rich now, and we can just throw the whole budget away. I mean, who even needs it anymore? That whole whopping $4.19. I mean, that just solves all of our problems. I have updated all of my tracking numbers over here and all of my budget balances. So these are all accurate for the end of the month, and the market is down again. Yay! Shockingly, my 401k went up, and I think maybe I just did something wrong. Because I'm still trying to figure out how to track it with my new company's provider. It's not as simple as it was before for me to like input exactly how much I put in and how much my company puts in. So I'm still getting a feel for that. My Roth IRA actually went down quite a bit. The net it went down is only like 200 or 300 because I put in a 500 this month because I put in 500 every month. So really, it would have actually been like an $800 loss if I hadn't contributed to it, which is crazy to think of. This HSA value, it's just not doing much. If you guys noticed, you probably didn't because why would you remember? But it hasn't really changed. I was trying to transfer this over to my new company and it's just not working. They won't transfer it for some reason, so I need to call people. But also, some of this is cash. My old provider was able to like say, after this much in cash, invest anything else that gets contributed. So that's how I had this set, and so I just kept it all tracked in the same line here. But my new company's provider, they require you to have $1,000 in cash minimum, and then you have to set up an auto transfer. So basically what I'll end up doing is setting up an auto transfer for the exact amount that I contribute each month, I guess. But that could get problematic if I spend from my HSA. So what I've done is I've reopened my, it's not there. I reopened my medical one, and we're going to try and stock that puppy up because I don't really want to be spending instead of investing, and I don't want to have to keep micromanaging my HSA to make sure I have enough in cash in there. So, yes, that's where we're at with that. So this HSA amount does not include the cash that is in my new HSA broker. Are they a broker for your HSA? My new HSA account. That's all in cash right now. It has like 600, I think, in it so far. And that's not accounted for in here. So really my net worth is like $600 higher than it looks right now. Which is, you know, okay, anyway, I'm just gonna move on. So it's the end of the month, so we get to collect some cash here. So let's just pull that 7. We need to leave that 112 because my bill next month is high. Oh, that was because that is for the pipe burst. I forgot to call them. Yikes. Okay, I guess I'll have to call today or tomorrow. I'm going to call and see if I can get some sort of credit. I don't mind if they don't really apply the credit to this because the pipe was still burst into the next pay period, if that makes sense. So like my next bill is also going to be high. Okay, let's go back. So we have some lovely overspending. I will be buying groceries tomorrow. I just wanted to be able to move this whole 100 because it's a tight month, so I'm waiting until tomorrow. It's okay. I'm eating in tonight. I promised myself no more eating out, so we're not doing that anymore. And let me show you guys this nonsense right here. What? I think I've been getting a little bit carried away. I'm not going to lie to you. So next month, my goal is to eat out less than 6 times. I was going to say less than 5, but that felt really dramatic for someone who's eating out this much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So basically, I've been eating out 3 times a week. So we're going to bring it down to 6 hopefully next month. And that's twice a week. 2, 4, 6. No, it's not. I can't do math. It's like 1 to 2 times a week. So yes, 6 eating outs is all I'm giving myself next month. I'm going to be buying more groceries and focusing on not wasting money because I feel like when I eat out this much, I am wasting money. Sometimes it's okay, but I don't want to do it anymore. So now we're going to go ahead and cover all of this because we have no choice. So there's that. And then my little 173 in gas. I went through an entire tank in 1 week. In 1 week, I went through an entire tank. And that was because I went to my dog training place, which is a half-hour drive 3 times last week. And then I went to take the dogs swimming for the first time, which was really fun. They did okay. Nobody swam per se, but we walked down the ramp into water and nobody lost their noodle and acted like they were dying. So I'm considering it a win. Hopefully next time we get a little bit more improvement. But that drive was an hour and a half. And so, yeah, I went through a whole tank in 1 week. And gas is expensive now. So I don't really know how that's going to go. I might have to reduce the amount I go to either dog training or take the dogs swimming because that was a bit much. Yeah. But right now I can take the dogs unlimited group classes for like the next 3 months. So that's why I went 3 times last week because I was really trying to make it worthwhile. Okay. So all of these are good. All of these are good. I ended up, you might notice some of the values are a little bit different. Turns out I had not funded my Roth IRA for next month. I only funded $200 out of the $500. I guess I just forgot to check and make sure that was funded. And then the next week I came back to budget. I thought it had been. I'm not sure. So I had to pull a bunch of money from a bunch of places, which is why you're seeing some things that didn't look how they looked in my last video. That's okay. So that's all of that. Great. We have $68 to put into next month, which is actually more than I thought we would have. So that's kind of cool. Let's just look here. I am feeling a need to, I'm actually going to replenish this. I took $10 from here to fix the Roth IRA problem. So I'm going to put that back. I took everything out of my crypto fund. Whatever. Me and crypto don't get along anyway. I can't even make an account. So everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. This is going to be 50. Should I fund it? Oh, but see, I don't really want to fund it because I only have 54 left. Okay, we'll leave that for a minute. Car ownership. I pulled a little bit of money from here. That's why it's saying it needs a bunch more, but it doesn't actually. I just stole some. Yeah, all these things look good. I am planning on, the reason I'm going through this right now like this, changing some of these values. I really need to go through this and just do better. Like, I think this honestly needs to be $10, but I'm trying to balance it out so that the amount I have coming in equals the amount that my budget is asking me to spend. Because if you guys notice, in April, let's see, so let's select everything. Maybe. Hello? Okay, it's not working for some reason. April. Okay. Okay, so my computer's running slow. If you select everything like that, and then let's remove this since that is not something I pay, and then this is all stuff I pay. Horseback riding I don't do every time, so I'm not gonna put that into this calculation. And then, oh, I got rid of the nose rig category. That's what I was just looking for, because I haven't been doing it and I'm trying to figure out how to make this all make sense. So, and then I uncheck all of these because they're not important. And you see total monthly goals is $3,685. Well, my friends, I make $3,300. So that's a little bit of a pickle. And the thing is, next month I get my raise and I get a $110 bonus. So it's probably going to be offset a little bit next month, but I want to figure out how to recover like at least 100 of that from somewhere in here. I don't even know where I could, but maybe I need to lower like car ownership or medical or something like that. I'm really not sure. You'll notice I set a tax thing on because they're expensive. Does someone have a cheaper way to do taxes? Thank you, my dog, for just grunting really loud. Yeah, so I had to pay for TurboTax, which was $138 for me to file federal and the old state I lived in, because my current state doesn't have state taxes. And because I have investment accounts and I closed one, I needed to put in my like amount of money I made from those sales, I guess. And honestly, I probably didn't even need to because I made like a couple $100. Like I didn't really make much. It was just one of my smaller investment accounts, the Acorn one I used to have. And because of that, I had to pay for the like premium version of TurboTax because they're money hungry and they're like, oh, well, if you have stocks, then you gotta pay more. So it ended up being $138, and I filed it when I did because before the 28th, you actually got a discount for filing. I think that's what an email they sent me said. But yeah, so $138 is not cheap at all. I feel like that's like a substantial investment just to file my taxes. So if there's a cheaper way, someone let me know. Also, I had to pay $34 in state taxes, which is weird. I don't know why. Last year I got money back, and this year they made me pay $34. I have no idea what changed. All right, anyway, back to this thing. So let's spend this $54. So auto sign, underfunded. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Oh, never mind. Wait, did I want to do this? I thought that maybe, okay, so this is like a weird amount. Normally I round up to something so that it can not have change. I thought for some reason I already made this contribution, but I didn't. I waited really long last month to make last month's. Okay, $25.67. So let's put 25 toward this. We're going to keep that number clean since it doesn't have any change on it, and then we'll put 67 here. So that is that. This month was pricey. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I spend too much money. I'm trying to figure out how I can buy a house. So I'm saving for that down payment, and I realized when I have to pay for a house, I won't be getting this extra $1,000 probably. So like basically I'll have to stop all of my savings funds to cover the extra in rent, I think, unless I can find some way to not do that. That's kind of what it's looking like, which is super obnoxious, but for now we'll just keep trudging how we are. I'm really hoping to find some place that I can house hack and rent part of the house out to to someone else, that's my dream. But where I live, there is very few options for that. Very, very few. And because I have dogs and stuff, I need a yard attached to mine. I mean, I guess I don't need it, but I want it. So that makes it a little bit more complicated too, because if I find one, a lot of times there's either A, no fenced in backyard, or B, both like exit doors, exit to the yard, which doesn't work for me. So yeah, because I have one dog who's not super, super friendly with strange people. Yeah. Okay, that was a lot of rambling. I feel like this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to cut it off here. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Trudging through. Hopefully March goes better. Have a good week. Happy beginning of March. Bye.